The humanoid robot right now costs $74,000, but he cannot repair your toilet or make you a latte. And today I will explain to you which jobs will be not replaced by AI in the near future. Right now is everyone talking about that there is a lot of people is fired from the big companies, and right now everyone is talking that AI can take your job, and almost no one doesn't talking about which jobs cannot be replaced. Today I will explain to you about AI adaptation and about how AI right now replacing the jobs and which jobs is already almost replaced fully and potentially can increase the amount of the people who has got lost their job. A couple weeks ago, Anthropic has published the document that explain how many people and which jobs is right now adopting AI more successfully and which jobs is adopting AI less successfully. And actually they also describe the really big potential in the same niches, in the same areas, and that means like millions and hundreds of millions of the people will stay without job. But also they explained what jobs will be not replaced in the near future. Almost every job on the world can be replaced, but at the same time we need to understand that people will be required to adapt. And actually that's what I'm talking about in my previous videos, that you can lose your job only if you are not adapting to the new world realities, and you can watch it to understand how not to lose your job. But that video right now is about which profession is more secured than another. And first, we need to understand in which areas AI is extremely good and which areas he needs to replace. And let's deep diver in AI actually. And what is that? AI is the large linguistic model, and large linguistic models is the actual simulation of the human brains. But there is a simple thing. Human brain is consists from a lot of layers, and AI doesn't have those layers. That's why sometimes behavior of the people can be emotional, not logical, and all that stuff. But AI doesn't work in that way. There is a simple thing. AI is really logical, and AI try to explain everything in the logical way. That's why the jobs where you need to find the patterns, think logically, or do something with the digital stuff will be replaced in the first form. First of all, because AI is still digital, and there is almost no successful implementations in the humanoid robots, and that's just a matter of the time while AI will get their bodies and will start moving and replacing people, but you still secured. And there is a couple of the things in which AI is not good as in the logical things. And I'm talking right now about chaotical environment and emotional connection with the other people and understanding the meaning and underlayer what other people means. Now let's look closer on the waiter job or on the plumber job. And actually when the plumber is coming to the home, when you're calling him, it's almost not the thing that was described in the beginning during the call. Plumber is available to find solution. They working in a different environments, they solving a different problems, and actually they have a lot more skills and a lot more approaches to the things that they can do than actually real AI, because the amount of the things and amount of the real experience that can be accumulated from the real world is much higher than amount of the data that is fed for the AIs from the internet, because AIs is working on the data that is placed in the internet, and they're actually working just on those data, and they don't have, as I already mentioned a couple of the times, real bodies. And the same with the waiters. When the waiters is meet the customer, he needs to be smiley, he needs to be polite, he needs to recognize what mood their customer has, and if something happens, for example, the water drops or the client is not satisfied with the food, the waiters need to solve those stressful situations at the one place. And this is not just a simple task. This is an interconnected human behavior with everything that we know about the real world. And here is the point where all of that come into the real numbers. Fortunately, McKinsey reports that in the US, more than 73 million of the jobs was posted where the people is required with those kind of the physical activity skills. And there is an actual numbers for another what is I'm not explaining it yet. Another niche, it's tradespeople, and there is a lack of more than 500,000 tradespeople in the US, and actually this is a real good benefits, because before, when there was a lot of people who was working in the trades, but then they decided to switch their niche and their job to the white collars. But right now we're coming back to the old world and the old times when the white collars doesn't need anymore, and they can be easily replaced by AI, and the tradespeople become another source of the thing that will help to the businesses grow and for the people stay with their job. And the most important topic is, what about salaries? So what I can tell you from my research is that average plumber man in the United States can get up to $120,000 per year. Honestly, it's more than enough to live a good life and to enjoy your life. You need to take your turn right now. If you don't have job at the moment, and if you lose your job, you can choose from two things. You can become an entrepreneur and start trying to build your own startup or your own business, and honestly, from my own experience, is the most painful and the most hard way what you can start doing. And the second thing, you can try to find a job that will allow you to work with your hands, because they cannot be replaced yet. And the irony in that moment, that the workers who was undervalued for decades, they right now the most secure and the most valuable people who cannot be easily replaced. Leave your comment below and let me know what do you think about that. Subscribe on my channel and stay updated for the next videos, and ask your questions if you have some.